Joshua 17. The tribe of Manasseh, Joseph's firstborn son, was also allotted land. The descendants of Machir, Manasseh's firstborn, and the father of Gilead, received land, for they were warriors. They were assigned Gilead and Bashan. The rest of Manasseh's descendants were also assigned land by their clans, including the descendants of Abiezer, Helek, Asriel, Shechem, Hefer, and Shemitah. These are the male descendants of Manasseh, son of Joseph, by their clans. Now, Zelophehad, son of Hefer, son of Gilead, son of Machir, son of Manasseh, had no sons, only daughters. These are the names of his daughters: Malan, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. They went before Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the leaders, and said, "The Lord told Moses to assign us land among our relatives." So Joshua assigned them land among their uncles, as the Lord had commanded. Manasseh had allotted 10 shares of land in addition to the land of Gilead and Bashan, east of the Jordan. For the daughters of Manasseh were assigned land among his sons. The land of Gilead belonged to the rest of the descendants of Manasseh. The border of Manasseh went from Asher to Mikmethath, which is near Shechem. It then went south toward those who live in En-Tappuah. The land of Tappuah belonged to Manasseh, but Tappuah, located on the border of Manasseh, belonged to the tribe of Ephraim. The border then descended southward to the valley of Kana. Ephraim was assigned cities there among the cities of Manasseh, but the border of Manasseh was north of the valley and ended at the sea. Ephraim's territory was to the south of Manasseh, to the north. The sea was Manasseh's western border, and their territory touched Asher on the north and Issachar on the east. Within Issachar and Asher's territory, Manasseh was assigned Beth Shean, Ibleam, the residents of Dor, the residents of Endor, the residents of Taanach, the residents of Megiddo, the 3 of Naphath, and the towns surrounding all these cities. But the men of Manasseh were unable to conquer these cities. The Canaanites managed to remain in those areas. Whenever the Israelites were strong militarily, they forced the Canaanites to do hard labor, but they never totally conquered them. The descendants of Joseph said to Joshua, "Why have you assigned us only one tribal allotment? After all, we have many people, for until now the Lord has enabled us to increase in number." Joshua replied to them, "Since you have so many people, go up into the forest and clear out a place to live in the land of the Perizzites and the Rephaites. If the hill country of Ephraim is too small for you," the descendants of Joseph said, "the whole hill country is inadequate for us, and the Canaanites living down in the valley in Beth Shean and its surrounding towns and the valley of Jezreel have chariots with iron-rimmed wheels." Joshua said to the family of Joseph, to both Ephraim and Manasseh, "You have many people and great military strength. You will not have just one tribal allotment. The whole hill country will be yours. Though it is forest, you can clear it, and it will be entirely yours. You can conquer the Canaanites, though they have chariots with iron-rimmed wheels and are strong." Interesting kind of little thing there. Yeah, ukulele, 4 years. Isn't that amazing? 4 years. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support over the last 4 years. Appreciate that very, very much. I believe you and just some guy have both subbed for 48 months. I think he did a week or two ago, and now you've just made it to 48 months. So that's pretty amazing to me. Thank you. Okay, bum, 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 bum. Okay, so we have the tribe of Manasseh continuing to get allotments of some of these places. And, you know, we could go look up some of these names that are there. Not feeling it, but I do want to go and look up the daughters here. Now, we get in one of the other tellings of this, a whole rationale that sets this in place of why they were able to get land. And it's because their father was not among those who had rebelled against God and said, we can't go into the land. Their father was loyal to Yahweh the entire time. And it's not his fault that he had no sons. He should have his inheritance. So, and I can't remember which other book it is, probably Deuteronomy. And so this is just a reminder of that story that happened earlier of, hey, remember that these women were promised land because their father was loyal to Yahweh. And so if a daughter is born to a man with no sons, and there is no one else in the family to claim it, then she needs to marry within the clan, and that will stay within the clan and go on. If she marries outside of the clan, so all those daughters have to marry someone from Manasseh in order for the land to stay, because we're not going to have land switching tribes, okay? It's got to stay within the tribe. You can marry outside of your tribe, but the land will stay within the tribe. So we're going to go look up the names of those daughters, because I think it's always valuable to look up the names of women when they show up in Scripture, because they're not the prominent ones in the story most of the time. So let's see if there is anything interesting in their name meanings. Okay, so starting in verse 3, we'll look up dad's name. Zelophehad. And Malan. Noah. So Malan sounds like similar to one of Naomi's son-in-laws. I can never remember which one is which. Or sorry, Naomi's sons. So either Ruth or Orpah's husband. Similar, but I don't think it's the same. So Zelophehad means firstborn.
Strong's H, 6765. Zelophehad.
Yes, Malan. It is. It is the same.
Strong's H, 4244. Mahlah.
So, or similar. It's similar. So sickly, disease. Her name is Disease.
Strong's H, 5270. Noah.
And Noah, we've run into that name before, means motion.
Strong's H, 2295. Hogla.
I think we've run into Hogla before, partridge. And a Hogla in a pear tree.
Strong's H, 4435. Milcah.
So we have Milcah, queen. And Tirzah, favorable.
Strong's H, 8656. Tirzah.
And Hagar. Oh, yeah, that's left from last time. That's not from today. Okay. So there we have the names of the daughters there. Night Saber, welcome in. If you did not see the episode of the podcast posted yesterday with you in it, and I'll be posting shorts and reels all week from either you or myself from that. And Mongoose, hello, welcome in. I'm a little bit under the weather again this morning. My sinuses are just stuffed full. is the best way to say that. So hopefully that'll relieve some pressure here soon, but wanted to get some Bible in today. Okay, so we have the establishment of the land being able to pass to daughters when you have a faithful, righteous man who has no sons, so that his legacy is not lost. But it will then pass on down to grandsons through the wife. So, and I don't remember all the details because they're not in this section. This is a retelling. Hey, remember we were promised that we were to be among our relatives to honor our father. And so we have that. So one of the things that's interesting as you go through it is a lot of the laws seem like they're case laws. Like there was a situation and here's how we solved it. There's a situation, here's how we solved it. Then we're getting very distinctly, here's the border of this, the border goes here, these cities are included, these cities are not included, here's Ephraim, and then both of them are arguing about they need more land, we're bigger. So they solve the problem. There's people over there, there's forest over there, you can have all of it, you just got to go conquer it. But a bunch of it, they didn't manage to fully conquer, so when they were powerful, they could get hard labor from them. When they weren't powerful, they didn't get it, and then they're complaining, but they've got chariots with iron rims. How can we defeat them? It's like, you could do it. Like, quit complaining. Quit complaining and go do it. All right. I think that's what we got there. In some of these, like, it's history. You're getting a narration of what happened, of the borders, of all of those things. And I'm like, yeah, there might not be much for us there other than to hear and see that here are the people. They received the territory. The promises of God are fulfilled to Abraham. That's what I think is the bigger thing that we need to see there.